Hey guys, welcome back to Collection TV for yet another Disney Pixar Cars Diecast update. Today we have a new 2021 spring poster for the Mattel Diecast collection, and there are tons of singles, deluxes, and 2-packs that we're going to be taking a look at that are coming out soon this year. Keep in mind that this is just the 2021 spring poster, so this is likely only half of the year, and there's already a ton of cars and new reveals on it. So let's take a look at all of the brand new cars. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel, Collection TV, so you never miss out on a Diecast update like this, or perhaps a Diecast review, or Disney Plus update. I've been branching out into a ton of new things lately, so make sure you subscribe to this channel so you never miss anything related to Disney Pixar Cars. So starting off with the Diecast collection for spring 2021, I'd like to start with the singles, and as you can already tell, there's a ton of them. This year looks like it's going to be great. On this poster, there's already 84 singles, and this is just the spring poster. Because there are so many cars on this poster, I'm only going to be talking about the new releases and notable releases that have yet to be released. So we're going to start up at the top and work our way down to the bottom of the poster with the singles. And first up we can see Brian Spark and Murray Clutchburn. This is Cars 3 Murray Clutchburn, by the way, not Cars 1 Murray Clutchburn. Both of these are notable re-releases because neither one of them have been made in Thailand previously, and I'm a little mixed on whether or not I really like the Cars 3 stock cars from Thailand, but I do really like how Cal, Bobby, and Brick look, so I may get these just so they match. We also have another Cars 3 stock car, Jimmy Cable's the Intersection Racer, which has never been made from Thailand either. And next to him, there's Kabuto, Suki, and Harumi. I believe Harumi has already been released, but Suki and Kabuto are kind of in the process of being released. Next up, we've got two more new releases for 2021. These are Hot Rod River Scott and Hot Rod Louise Nash. Now, Hot Rod River Scott has already been released recently, but Hot Rod Louise we are still waiting on. And in fact, she was announced along with Hot Rod River a couple of years ago, so it will be great to finally get her this year. Here's Cars 3 Bob Cutlass and the Sputter Stop Racing Tractor. Cars 3 Bob is not that notable of a re-release, but Sputter Stop Racing Tractor is a brand new release for the year, and I believe it's already in the process of being released in stores. So that'll be really exciting to get the Sputter Stop Tractor. Here's another image of the Sputter Stop Racing Tractor, which we've already seen prior to this poster's release. Speaking of racing tractors, we have two more on the spring 2021 poster. These are the Easy Idle Racing Tractor, which has already been released this year, and the Zeen Racing Tractor, which has just been revealed on this poster. Both of these are brand new for 2021, and they've never been released previous years. Taking a short break from the racing theme, we have Lightning McQueen as Easter Buggy and the Easter Buggy himself. These are both from the 2013 Mater and the Easter Buggy book, and they were originally released in 2017. However, the Easter McQueen that was released in 2017 was actually one that had spilled paint all over him, and the Bunny Ears version of McQueen was actually canceled and will now be released as a new diecast. That being said, it has a new model, and these are both in the process of being released, so you'll probably be able to get your hands on these soon. Two more re-releases of spring 2021 will be No Stall number 123, Todd Marcus from Cars 1, and Easy Idle number 51, Ruby Easy Oaks. These are both notable re-releases because they've never been released from Thailand, so there'll be two more Thailand Cars 1 Piston Cup racers to add to our collections. In the midst of some of the other next gens on the poster, we have one of the brand new ones, Fast Fong. He is the next gen Rev-N-Go racer number 73 and is so long awaited because we've had the racing tractor from Rev-N-Go for quite a while now, and it'll be great to finally get the racer, and it's nice to know his name. It would be nice if we would get a name on the Cars 3 stock car version of Rev-N-Go. As a side note, I would like to point out that his color should be a little bit more of a teal color and less of a green color, so I'm hoping that when the diecast actually gets released, it will look more like that color. And I kind of wish that his name was more normal, but it's probably named after a Pixar employee, so yeah. Next up is one of my favorites on the poster and is also one of the most anticipated diecasts for quite a while. It's Saludos Amigos Ramone, the last Cars 3 paint job of Ramone that we've needed as a diecast. I'm so glad that they're finally releasing this one. It's been so long awaited, along with other cars like Ray Reverham, which we finally got last year, but it's so nice to finally have this Ramone, and I think he looks a lot better as a diecast than I expected. Hopefully it'll look just as good in person. Another new car this year, which has recently been released, is racing star Luigi and Guido. They're also from the Cars 3 epilogue, just like Saludos Amigos Ramone, and I'm really glad that they're branching out into that series. Next to them, there's Lightning McQueen with Cone, which is a notable re-release because it'll be made in Thailand now, and has not been released in quite some time. Back to the excitement, we've got Jodan Jackson and Ducky Fauntleroy, two more heyday racers from Doc's racing days. Jodan Jackson has never been revealed until now as a diecast. However, his artwork was revealed a couple years ago on a poster in one of the Cars Daredevil Garage videos, which was trying to show off the Thomasville Tribute Racers. But on that poster, they had Floyd Morgan and Slim Hood, as well as Jodan Jackson, and now all three of them will have been released, so that's great. Another thing about Ducky Fauntleroy is that I just think it's interesting that his number is 42, which is the same number as Cal Weathers, and in real life was also the same number as Richard Petty's father, Lee Petty, who is also a racer in NASCAR. So I don't know if this is some sort of reference to that. And on top of that, Ducky Fauntleroy is also a name reference to the animated character Donald Duck, because Donald Duck's middle name is Fauntleroy, and in other languages his name will translate to Donald Duck. If you like the heyday Thomasville racers, then you're gonna love the new cotter pin band. On this poster it reveals Robert Jamjones, who's a guitar pity from Sweet Tea's band in the cotter pin restaurant in Cars 3. And there's also Pam Wheeldarrow, who's the drummer pity for Sweet Tea's band. It even says Sweet Tea right on the bass drum there. Now, we've seen some of these in prototype pictures before, but it's great to get another look at them on this poster. And in the movie, there were 3 band pitties that went with Sweet Tea, and the third one, I believe, will be released later this year. As you can see, he has the slide guitar here on his accessory. But unfortunately, this one didn't make it onto the spring poster, so it'll likely be released in either summer or fall of 2021. Now back to the poster, we've got Corey Turbowitz, which has already been released this year, but we also have Dash Boardman, which was just revealed on this poster. He's another re-release, but it'll be great to see what Thailand might do to him and see what changes they may make. The last set of re-releases in the singles collection is Mama Bernoulli, Courtney Carspur, and Max Schnell. Of course, Max Schnell has been released from Thailand before, so he's not too exciting, but Mama Bernoulli and Courtney Carspur have not been released in several years, so it's going to be great for new collectors to finally be able to get their hands on these, and perhaps the made in Thailand versions are slightly different. I know these ones have been in the process of being released, so I haven't looked too closely at them, but it will be exciting to see what they look like. Moving on from the notable re-releases of 2021, we've now got the Racing Red collection with brand new cars from 2021. We've got Racing Red Jackson Storm, Racing Red Sally, and Racing Red Mater. Jackson Storm and Mater have already been released, and there are a few more that are supposed to be released later on in the year, so it's going to be great to see these in person. They have like a Randsburg finish, and these may or may not be for Cars' 15th anniversary. A lot of people speculated that they were. However, I kind of doubt it. The only thing that makes me think they could be is that the red and silver colors on these cars represents the Cars logo. So that's pretty cool. The reason I don't think that these are for Cars' 15th anniversary is because just last year they did a whole line of metallic cars and silver cars, so red racing or racing red cars is not really anything out of the ordinary for Mattel. For those of you who wanted a diecast exclusive for Cars' 15th anniversary, then you may be interested in this Golden Lightning McQueen. Again, a lot of people are automatically assuming that this is a 15th anniversary exclusive, and although it is a mail-in promo, I'm not exactly sure it's intended for the 15th anniversary of Cars, and the reason why is because Cars 1 is celebrating 15 years in 2021, and Cars 2 is celebrating 10 years. But Cars 3 was made in an odd year where it's only its 4th anniversary. And you see, this Lightning McQueen is Rusty's Lightning McQueen from Cars 3. And according to some case lists, it sounds like we're going to be getting a gold Jackson Storm later on in the year. So providing that there are two and they're both from Cars 3, I highly doubt that these are intended to be for the Cars 1's 15th anniversary or even the Cars 2 10th anniversary. I really think that this is just another one of those random lines like the Silver Collection and Metallic Collection from last year. They're just trying to do different colored cars randomly, which is okay, and it is cool that this one will be somewhat exclusive to a mail-in promo, but I really would like to see an actual 15th anniversary series for cars. I think the Racing Red collection would have been perfect if they had done cars from each movie, and on the package they specifically indicated that they said 15 anniversary for Cars, 10 anniversary for Cars 2, and I guess 4th for Cars 3. And it's not that I'm like disappointed with this Golden Lightning McQueen or the Racing Red cars for that matter. It's just that after last year we got metallic cars, which I personally really liked metallic cars, but we also got the silver cars, which I feel like were kind of unnecessary as the World Grand Prix racers had already been made years ago. So a lot of them were re-releases and just Thailand variants, and they weren't really anything too exciting. And then the Racing Red collection just feels really random and like they're just trying to make cars in different colors as separate series for no apparent reason. Now that's all of the notable singles of 2021 for the spring, so now let's move on to the 2-packs. Sadly, you can clearly see there's not much going on in this series. The only notable ones are Sally and Cruisin' Lightning McQueen, which I'd say is only notable because it's one of the few that haven't already been released. However, I think it's in the process of being released. We've seen pictures of it in the package, so it's not really too exciting. It is kind of nice that those two cars go together though. Next up then, we've got Double Clutch Daily and Dirt Track Fabulous Hudson Hornet. Now again, I don't know what they're thinking with these names for Double Clutch Daily, but I will say I'm really excited for him. If you didn't know, he is the flag-waving pitty that appears both at Thomasville and Fireball Beach for the 2 races of Docks. I think that this would have been a much better 2-pack if they had done the version with the red flag after Docks crash and put it in a 2-pack with either one of the other legends, or possibly the long-awaited Wrecked Fabulous Hudson Hornet, which will likely never be released. Those would have been great releases, I'm just saying, but this is still a really nice 2-pack, and it'll be really cool to get that pitty. I really like that they're doing the cotter pin pitties and this pitty, and I also want to point out that all these pitties seem to have like different models from the standard Piston Cup pitties, which is really good that they're branching out, because in the past Mattel has made almost every pitty the same 3 models, when in reality there are a ton of different pitty models, and I'm glad that they're finally getting some representation. The last notable 2-pack, aka the last one that hasn't already been released, is Speedy Comet and Parker Breakston. While it hasn't been released this year, this 2-pack was made on the Blue Desert art, so it's nothing really new, but in case you missed that 2-pack for the Made in Thailand variants of these, now's your chance to get them. I actually didn't buy these, so maybe I will this time. I'm not entirely sure. Again, I'm not necessarily a huge fan of the Cars 3 stock cars from Thailand, but I did like Cal, Bobby, and Brick, so I might get all these just to match. Now that we've looked at all of the notable singles and 2-packs from 2021 of the spring, we now have to move on to the deluxe section, which sadly there's not too much to see here. The notable releases are Leroy Traffic with snow tires, which I'm really excited for because I've seen pictures of it from Thailand, and although I'm not a huge fan of the new expression, I do kind of like that it matches the other one better, and I also like how Thailand cars have more reflective paint, so I think it'll make that purplish color or lavender color look a bit better than it did before. I was never a huge fan of Leroy Traffic's purple lavender color before, so maybe they'll improve it a little bit, and I'm excited for that one. Another notable one is Team 95 and 51 Mater, which I think may be a mistake. I think it may be intended to be the Mater with the Dinoco hat from Willie's Butte in the epilogue of Cars 3. The reason I say that is because they've made other cars from that scene in this year, and this Mater is actually a canceled Fan Favorites Mater, which was supposed to be either a deluxe or in a pack of some sort in the Fan Favorites line, but was never released, and that one was made in China, so this one will be made in Thailand. So if you did get the canceled version, unlike me, then you might be able to get this one as well, because it is a variant from that. The only other notable things I see on the Deluxe line are RV and Dr. Damage, which I'm not sure if they've been released from Thailand before or not, but I don't think they're going to look too notably different. I guess it will be nice to get them, but it's sometimes unfortunate that whenever they release one of them, they release the other one as well as Miss Fritter. So basically, since there's only 8 Deluxes on this list, because they released Miss Fritter, they also had to release RV and Dr. Damage, which took up 3 out of 8 spots in the Deluxe line. I did hear that they're supposed to do Elvis later this year, so that'll be a good one. Hopefully that actually happens, unlike the Bryant Park Motors re-release rumor, but we'll have to wait and see on that. So there you have it, the 2021 spring poster for the Disney Pixar Cars Diecast collection. Make sure you tell me in the comment section below what your thoughts on the poster and the new reveals are. Would you have rather there be other cars instead, or is this exactly what you pictured 2021 might be like? Let me know what you would change about this poster and what you would keep the same in the comment section below. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, Coollection TV, for more Disney Pixar Cars diecast updates and reviews. Please click on one of the videos on your screen to take you to one of my videos on this channel. I have tons of Disney Pixar Cars diecast reviews for you to check out, and thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.